So we've got Daniel here.
Hello.
We're going to get stuck into it in a wee second. I'm going to hit play here, and then we're going to talk about Daniel's fit to fat, back to fit again.
Yes. Yeah.
6-week journey.
Yeah.
2 seconds. True nature. Testing. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live.
Good.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yes, thank you very much.
You have a story to tell, boy.
I have a little one.
You have a wee story to tell. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
You finished your 6-week journey yesterday.
Yep. Yesterday was Monday night. So yeah.
Monday night. So, just to brief everybody at home, if you didn't know what Daniel was doing, he was doing a 6-week journey. Daniel is in the fitness industry. He is a fucking Greek god. If you get a chance to look at his Ibiza, was it you went to for them pictures?
Yes. Yeah. Did the same this year.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I might come with you. But honestly, you were chiseled. Great physique, and you sacrificed that. You give it up to jump into this fit to fat, back to fit experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And you finished it yesterday. You did up to 7,000 calories a day of pure shit.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're gonna give us the insight.
Okay.
And educate us on where we're all going wrong and where we can go right.
Why the hell I did it?
And why the fuck you did it. But no, hats off to you, because we were talking just before. I'm a great admirer of practitioners, not theorists. See people want to sit and talk shit and actually believe their own shit. No time for it. But see someone like yourself that actually puts their money literally where their mouth is.
That's a lot of money.
I know. That's admirable, and that's why I'm super grateful that you've come here to tell that story.
My pleasure.
So let's get fucking into it.
Right.
What inspired it?
Okay. 2 real big reasons for doing it in the first place.
Yes.
Number 1 was I was listening to a nutritionist talking about how you had to eat 7,000 calories a day to gain 1 pound of fat. And this nutritionist understood that there was only 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, but he said you needed to eat 7 to gain a pound.
Okay.
And I was like, that doesn't sound right. So rather than arguing with anybody,
I'd
rather practice it.
Very good.
See the outcome. And he was talking shit.
But the thing is,
thank you very much.
you knew he was talking shit.
I did.
But if you were to have a face-to-face literal argument with him, he'd have stood his ground.
Well, what there'd be no purpose in that argument, because the facts speak for themselves. If we're talking about it, unless there's factual evidence in front of us, in black and white,
Cheers, buddy.
yes, cheers, then I'm not going to believe it.
Now I'm cut from that cloth. And the journey that you went on, no one will ever convince you otherwise now.
No.
Because you've got that hardcore, behind the scenes, truthful evidence that your argument holds up.
It does.
You know, and it's the only way. Sometimes you got to go into the fucking trenches, which you did. So basically, you were inspired because someone was talking shit in your industry.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And it didn't sit well with you?
Didn't sit well because I don't like the fitness industry the way it is. It's very, very corrupt. There's a lot of people trying to tell you bullshit to get you to buy their products.
Of course.
Whether that be a supplement or their coaching program. There's what's a guy out there called Shreds.
Okay.
And he advocates people eating pizza on a daily basis and terrible foods just to get your weight off, but he's selling you a dream
Yeah,
And then
that's basically
yeah,
telling the lazy person who loves pizza,
yes,
buy my program
because it'll work.
Because it'll work. And he knows he's selling into your delusions.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, no.
He's putting a cookie in front of you.
He's putting a cookie in front of you, telling you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah.
Eating pizza, you'll lose weight.
I'm not denying
yeah.
in any way, shape or form you can eat pizza and lose weight, but the marketing ploy is very deceiving.
It's corrupt.
Yeah.
It's corrupt.
Yeah.
It's
a big thing.
Yeah, so that doesn't sit well with you at all.
No, I like to tell the truth.
Yeah, because
be as honest as possible with everything.
Yeah, because there's no one saying you can't have the pizza.
No.
But you can't have it every night.
No. Depending on what type of pizza you're doing. There's a guy called Ryan Mercer from Banter did the pizza diet and helped him lose weight. He's very good. Good understanding of nutrition.
Well, do you know ultra runner Dean Carnanius?
I don't.
Well, he was one of the first kind of ultra marathon runners.
Okay.
Like, this guy's a freak.
Yeah.
This guy will do 300-mile runs.
David Goggins style guy.
Yeah. He's like the more watered down version of Goggins.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Not in your face.
He's like a blue collar American,
right.
you know.
Yes.
But he used to map out his training.
Yep.
Past his favourite pizza shop.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So there is a place for it.
Yeah, of course.
But
somebody like that's burning 3,000 calories. You know, you can't compare that person to your normal Joe Blogs.
Yeah. No,
Joe Blogs walks 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day, overeats and gains weight.
I know.
You know, he's burning 3,500, 4,500 calories a day on any given day, and then on a long distance day, he's maybe burning 6,000-7,000 calories.
Easy.
So he'll get away with pizza, no problem.
Absolutely.
Most of us don't.
And then everybody's kind of different too, like.
Yeah.
So that was the two reasons then that inspired you to.
That was the main reason, was the guy talking shit, so I wanted to correct it.
You wanted to correct it.
Yeah. Not even correct it, find out for myself.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm a big advocate of everybody overanalyzing nutrition.
Yeah.
Massively overanalyzing it.
Yeah.
This food's bad, this food's good, this food's terrible, this food's going to cause this.
And the trends.
Yeah, but you're talking, come on, just give everybody a break.
Yeah.
Give everybody a break. Let them understand that it's basically comes down to good quality and numbers.
Yeah.
You know, there's no point in me going, I'm not going to drink that beer. That one's 67 calories.
And it's zero alcohol. And it's not too bad actually.
No, I'm not a massive beer fan, but that to me tastes exactly like Carlsberg did when he used to drink.
Exactly.
So,
That's the Guinness one.
I think I saw something the other day. You went out for a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mind's changed. These
It's not always about the actual alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's about escaping from work.
Yeah.
It's about escaping from the pressures at home.
Yeah.
It's about some quality time for you and your partner.
Of course.
But
you and your friends.
yeah. And it just happens to be the weekend is that space.
Yeah.
So alcohol is a part of it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm learning that I like all of that, and if I can have an alcohol free beer, I'm still getting that quality time away from work with my missus.
Of course.
I'm still, so I can do without the alcohol, but sometimes over the years when I've tried to do without the alcohol, you're doing away with that escapism from work, the escapism from the pressures at home. You're not getting the quality time with your missus.
So you're avoiding going out because you'll drink?
Yeah.
As opposed to going out and drinking something else.
Yeah, because it's not the same sitting with a tin of Coke in a pub.
No.
But if you're having the 0% Guinness and you're in the pub and the wee live band's playing and your missus is all dressed up and you're not worried about work for a minute. You're still getting that escapism. So that's I whoever fucking thought of all this 0% alcohol stuff, kudos, because
I used to pretend to drink.
No, I get that.
Out with a group of friends, everyone's going, oh, vodka and cokes. You're like, I'll get them. Get your vodka and cokes, get yourself a coke. And
No. I was the fucking opposite. I'm like, vodkas, you give me a double. I was doing the doubles. But yeah, we're all only human. We all have our vices.
Absolutely.
So some people, like fast food, some people like beer, some people like to gamble, some, we're only human.
Yeah.
We all have our vices.
Absolutely. You need something.
You need something. You know, mine's a beer. You know, there's the beer pump over there.
Yeah, same.
And that is that my downfall? I don't know.
It's your release.
It's my 100% release. It's where I go to decompress.
Yeah.
You know, like this is me decompressing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like super busy day. It was fucking late coming over here. I think we kind of got at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like 5 to 7, 10 to 7, but that's still late.
Yeah.
You know, that's late. You know, if I say I'm meeting you at 7, I'm here at 2:45.
Yeah.
But it's stressful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, beer is my like decompress kind of window moment. And whether it's one beer after work when I go home, put the feet up before dinner. But yeah, we went off on a wee tangent there. So, what's your biggest takeaway from this 6 weeks eating shit?
So
That you could give somebody back home?
I partly did it selfishly. So
Yeah.
I wanted to put myself in the position of the people I've been helping for 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Go, okay, so if I've shoes on the other foot and I'm in a position where I've got headaches, I couldn't be arsed going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
I feel bloated.
You need the insight from
I wanted to see
the
it
other way, right?
because I've always been so methodical about the way I eat.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone from competitively bodybuilding to just enjoying life.
And was it always a natural kind of journey for you? Because that's what you wanted to do?
Yes.
As opposed to, I need to lose weight because I've had a heart attack.
So I started training.
And they
when
don't
I was-
want to.
No.
Whereas you always wanted to.
Yes.
So that's, you know.
Completely different. So that I can never put myself in that perspective because I have always wanted
You've
to
always
train
wanted
and
to.
I always looked after myself. But for me, health is your wealth.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter how much money you've got in the bank.
Nah.
If
No,
you're
no,
not
no.
healthy,
If you 2 million in the bank and you get a diagnosis from a doctor, 2 million means nothing to you.
nothing.
No.
You can't pay to fix that.
No. So you're bang on that.
That's why I like to look after it as best you can. You know,
Of
you
course,
can all
yeah.
get hit by a bus tomorrow. of
Yeah.
course. But I like to reduce the odds.
Absolutely.
Of that.
Yeah.
If I can enjoy my life a little bit longer.
And it's not even, I always say there's worse things than death.
Of course.
For example, say you're unhealthy and you know diabetes or whatever kicks in, and all of a sudden you know we're going to have to remove your hand.
Changes your life. My granny
And if
also
you don't-
liked it.
If you don't play ball, you know we're going to have to take the leg off. So I always say there's worse things than death, like because you know imagine losing 2 legs to diabetes, which you could have prevented by having a wee tweak at your diet.
Yep.
Then you're sitting there fucking, you know, with the greatest of respect, no legs.
Yep.
That to me is worse than death.
I would say so.
Do you know what I mean?
The end of life as you know it anyway.
Of course.
So you've switched from being able to do
Able-bodied,
normal things,
independent.
walk to the shop, look after
Yeah.
yourself a little
And
bit.
then all of a sudden you've all these other challenges. So I would rather, you know, just have the heart attack and go. Do you know what I mean?
Quick and painless.
Quick and painless. I'll take that option.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Diabetes is one of those things that I've corrected multiple people for type 2 diabetes.
yeah.
Reduced their HbA1c to right down to 41, 40, get them right out of the diabetes. So
And have you noticed an increase in the diabetes?
now,
Yeah.
yeah, huge.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Huge. We're surrounded by it though. You walk into a shop and you go to pay for just your petrol,
Yeah.
and you've got chocolate bars, donuts, fizzy drinks.
I grabbed a Cadbury's cream egg the other day, and enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but everything
But it
has
was
to
right
have
there.
moderation.
It was right there.
Yeah,
They know what they're doing, like.
of course
They know, and you think deeper into it. And so it's the Cadbury's cream egg beside the till.
Yeah.
Then it's the manager who's taught, trained, and told to put that
Of course.
in front of the till.
Oh, it's a huge.
And then
huge
it's
market, can't it?
all the spars, let's say, around
Yeah.
the country,
Mhm.
all have people teaching them to do that. So then it goes right back.
Yeah.
Who's the fucking guy that's is the decision maker to inject this toxic kind of marketing information into all these? Like, you keep pushing it back.
Yeah.
You know, it's nasty. Like.
It is.
It's
Depends
nasty.
how far you want to go down the rabbit hole, but
How far you want to get that, but it's some fucker
yeah,
who
they make a lot of money out of us being sick.
preying on us, like
Yeah,
they're
they-
preying on us, you know. But yeah, so maybe this is the fight back.
Yeah.
Is this the fight back?
Yes.
You know, because we can educate people here, and almost sympathise with people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not all your fault. It's not all our fault. Like,
No.
you know, if we're a wee bit overweight or we just can't get healthy, it's because you gotta open your eyes. There's a fucking machine here
Yep.
making us make these choices.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
It's
Revolution! Revolution!
It's a very tough choice when you walk into anywhere at all that sells food and actually pick something that's going to be relatively good for you.
Which
Yeah.
brings us on to.
Oh yes.
So this here was sitting on my desk just because I believe I'm making a smarter choice.
It is a smarter choice.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's the best thing I can find for example, because I'd be on the road a lot, and I'll go and get petrol or whatever, and I'll be like, right, okay, I can't have sausage rolls.
Well, you can, but
I can't, because I don't stop.
Oh, right,
I'm
okay.
fucking, I'll have two at the time I get to the car.
Yeah.
And then I'll get in the car and I'll be like, well, an hour's drive here to get to my next job.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll go and get an hour or two for the journey.
Yeah,
But long story short, I thought these were an okay, kind of better. In fact, truthfully, I thought they were a smashing choice.
okay.
But I've got a professional with me. Are they just an okay choice
Yeah.
compared to sausage rolls?
They're much better than sausage rolls,
Yes.
but that is an incredibly wealthy marketing company you're drinking there.
Yeah.
That,
I thought that.
Yeah.
I did think.
Well, you know the guy that owns that also runs a podcast.
Oh. and I save an awful lot on Diary of a CEO. Is that his?
That's his.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, he's a lad bastard then.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because he, I thought he was just like a fan of.
No, he's invested.
Oh, he's a bastard then. Because I watched one of his shows, and I like his guests.
Of course,
They're
yeah.
Real education.
Conflicting though. Conflicting guests.
Yeah.
One guest comes out and says X, Y, and Z, and the other guest comes in and says, no, he's
Yeah.
wrong. That expert's wrong. I'm the other expert. I'm right.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on a second. Very conflicting.
Because I heard him say when he was setting up the podcast, he reached out to this guy,
Yeah.
and they were friends or something. But he reached out to this guy and says, invest in my podcast, and you know I'll kind of market your product.
Yeah.
Not in those words, but that was kind of the gist.
Yeah.
But in reality,
He's buying shares.
yeah.
Yes.
So he's
Yeah.
so it's the old 50 Cent thing. No 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He bought shares in the water.
Yes. Yeah.
He went in, promoted the fucking water. As soon as people seen 50 Cent drinking this water,
Yeah.
the share price went up.
He owns this soft drink as well as a Celsius. Is that what he owns?
I'm not sure.
There's another drink that he owns that's his biggest earner. It's a soft drink.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be Celsius, but there's definitely a soft drink or an energy drink that he owns.
Yeah,
It's huge.
yeah, huge. So that's what he's at then. That's why he markets it so much, because he's bumping the fucking share price up.
So does that fill you?
No,
Okay.
no.
That's a glorified protein drink with terrible quality in it. So 20 grams of protein is not bad, but for 400 calories, that's what I would class as a 5% ratio.
Yeah.
You can get a protein shake with 140 calories for 27 grams of protein. So the quality, you're getting loads of liquid for very little protein.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't drink that.
No.
I'm looking at that going, that's a 400 calories. That's a nice juicy steak and some vegetables.
No
I'd
way.
rather have a steak and vegetables. But obviously, on the go, you don't have the choice of going and picking up a steak and vegetables.
I know.
But in terms of calorie content, that's not great.
Yeah, I know. I did scan it on my fitness pal.
Well, that's 6 of those, really.
Stop.
They're 63 calories, aren't they? 63 calories, 400.
I did scan it
5 or 6
on
of
my
those.
fitness pal app, and it was like, right, okay. So it's 400 odd calories. I'm like, right, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm getting 26 vitamins and minerals in.
Yeah.
It was the kind of argument.
The micronutrients they're called, yeah.
And to be fair, I probably have to drink them for 2.5 years to really get anything.
Yeah, so they'll be what's called microdosed, so they'll have very little of each.
It's
in it.
just
so you're getting
marketing.
a little bit of vitamin C. and
Just so
a little
they
bit
can
of-
market it.
Yeah. of
Just so
course.
they can put that on.
If you can say it contains vitamin C,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's something really good, but not telling you we're barely
By the
scratching
way,
the sides here,
yeah,
but there's vitamin C in
yeah,
it.
I know.
You know.
Deep down in it.
But it's convenient.
It's convenient, mate, and psychologically, it was like, I suppose it was an alternative to getting off the sausage rolls for a bit.
No,
Because
sausage rolls.
Yeah, we were chatting earlier. I do a bit of jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
And I'll have to like cut weight for tournament and stuff.
How long do you cut for?
Well, I'm not too good at it.
Okay.
So as you can tell, I'm not too good at cutting. So I'll do like 5 weeks. I'll
Okay.
kind of taper into it.
Okay.
Whereas I know a lot of guys will just do it fucking days before, a week before.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
More extreme.
Dehydration.
Yeah.
You're not losing fat in 3 days.
You're fucking
Or
slowly
consider-
killing yourself.
You're dehydrating yourself. You're sucking out all the
Yeah.
goodness in your body to try and make a weight.
So I'm not an advocate of that.
Only 8
It
weeks.
doesn't feel right.
8 weeks, nice
Yeah.
and slow, pound,
Yeah.
pound and a half a week, dropping body fat. You'll get more athletic as you get leaner to a certain point.
But so I'll kind of like this time around. It's more 5 week.
Yeah.
It's good timing with you actually.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and keep it like protein rich.
Yep.
As opposed to,
How much protein?
well, that's the question.
Okay.
Um,
1.1 to 1.2 grams for every pound of lean mass. So work out your body fat percentage.
Yeah.
Get your total weight minus your body fat weight.
Yeah.
That's your lean mass.
Okay.
And then you take 1.1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every pound of lean mass you have. So let's say you're 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Right? And you're 150 pounds of lean mass, so there's 50 pounds of body fat.
Yeah.
Just calling out random numbers, by the
Yeah.
way. If you've got 150 pounds, you multiply the 1.1 by 150 to give you your protein intake.
Very good. We
Because
might-
you don't need to feed excess weight. Body fat's just a storage of energy.
Yeah.
Why would you need to feed that? It's
Yeah.
It's like saying, well, I don't know, you don't put fuel in a car.
But it's full.
When it's full, it's already got what it needs. You know.
So that's the I'll talk to you about that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, next couple of days. But that's that last weight cut I did. I literally made weight the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wasn't myself, like
Dehydrated.
bit dizzy, bit on the and weak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
How
how
did you perform in the fight?
shit.
Okay.
Got triangled.
Okay.
Never great.
Was your strength there in the ring?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I felt so weak.
On the mats, sorry.
Yeah, I felt so weak.
You dehydrated.
Yeah.
How long did you cut for last time? What was the period of time?
Yeah, it was kind of got a bit panicky,
Okay.
and then I was fucking at the gym every night.
Yeah.
Smashing
Overexertion.
Yeah, overexertion. Maybe for the last 2 weeks it was fucking flat to the mat on the bike.
Yeah.
Wasn't focused on anything else.
Yeah.
And I was having coffee in the morning, maybe a bit of fruit, and I was literally 500 calories a day. It was
Really?
just
Yeah.
a
Desperate attempt to drop the weight.
yeah. So it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Whereas it's great timing to have you on, especially when you're doing a weight cut. So I can pick your brains.
No problem.
Because cutting weight, you're meant to have a strength advantage.
That's precisely it. We've literally just finished coaching a client to fight
Mm-hmm.
in mixed martial arts. And the entire process involved myself and my fellow coach John constantly keeping an eye on him, making sure he's following his targets in terms of calories, making sure his strength's still there, so you have to monitor strength.
Yeah.
If you're dropping strength every week,
What's the point?
that's the wrong direction.
That's the wrong strategy.
You're going into a fight and someone's going,
Wallop,
Aye.
and you don't feel like you can take it.
no.
Never mind, give it.
So all your skills you've built up
Or
are
useless.
wasted.
It's the same as you could be, advanced. You could say for argument's sake you could be a black belt.
Yeah.
But if your cardio is shit, your black belt skills that you've acquired over many years, if you're exhausted, they're arguably useless.
Yeah.
So it is the complete package.
Yeah.
You can be the a great boxer, but if your cardio isn't there, what's the point? Or your diet's not there, your cardio's not there. All your skills are arguably useless.
Nourishment is the number one key for for that kind of sport.
Yeah.
So when we got that guy down to the weight he needed to be, we made weight on a Friday, he fought on a Saturday. We filled him up with good quality food.
Yeah.
And he came out ready to fight.
Yeah.
Strong, lean.
What foods was he eating?
So
what was the strategy?
So we increased his foods to allow him to perform better, so mostly carbohydrate based foods.
So like your potatoes, your rice, your pastas?
Yeah, potatoes, rice, pastas, we would have added some bananas and stuff like that in for potassium.
Yeah.
We would have had some simple sugars in there, some other fruits, and we would have had plenty of other oats and rice and stuff like that, just to make sure that those muscles are storing glycogen,
Yeah.
and that man can go in there and perform like he's supposed to perform.
Very good.
So we brought him up to 3,500 calories a day before the fight, and he woke up the next morning ready to go. He's ready to fight, you know.
As opposed to
I've
waking
got
up
to make
fucking
weight.
tired.
Yeah, knackered.
Knackered.
What's
So-
the point?
Yeah, so there's definitely a strategy. I'll pick your brains about that too
Work away.
afterwards. But it's all about you today, remember?
Right.
The fucking fit to fat to fit again. So 7,000 calories.
The average, there was days of 7,000. I think I did about 10 or 11 days or 7,000 calories.
Because I was obviously watching your stories.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And I know stories are kind of like one after another, one after another.
Of course.
But it did look as if you were eating constantly.
Stuffed.
Fucking all day.
Yeah, there's also.
Like fucking the Jammy Joes and the jam donuts and the fucking bars of chocolate and
Yeah.
the fucking tins of, and I was like, was it just because the way the stories went together on your social media, or was it genuinely like that?
I would have never stopped eating, so I would have had a massive breakfast. I don't know if you saw me eating fries pretty much every
Yeah,
two, three
this
times a week.
sausage baps and fucking.
Double sausage wrap. I had 2 double sausage wraps on the Monday, the last day. 2 double sausage wraps and a bottle of Yazoo. 2,080 calories.
Just
In
that.
one go. It was just a drink and 2 little, because they're not even filling. They're
I
quite
know.
small.
I know. They're tasty and that's it.
But I think a lot of people forget that these foods, even if they're not the greatest of quality, the minute they start frying them, they're adding a fat source to it. So that sausage might go from 150 to 250.
Yeah. Because you're putting the frying fats in.
Yeah, you're adding a fat to the food. And then the bun's glazed in fat.
I
And then
know.
there's a fried egg. And
Did-
it's like, oh
did-
my god.
Did
You feel sick as well.
Did you enjoy it at any stage, or was it?
No.
Because you would have say maybe 20 years of being disciplined.
Yeah.
Was there part of you that was like, right, let's enjoy this, or
Well, I think I kind of I had a bit of a blip before it started. So it started on the 22nd of January.
Mhm.
On the 15th to the 22nd of January, I was away on a mountain bike holiday in Madeira.
Mhm.
So the mountain bike holiday was exhausting. It was set 5 days of riding a bike for 8, 9, 10 hours a day.
Wow.
Fun,
Yeah.
but exhausting.
Absolutely.
I got food poisoning on the Saturday, the 20th. So couldn't eat all day Saturday. I was out on the bike anyway because I wasn't going to waste the trip.
Of course.
Sunday, I didn't really eat that well. Still a dodgy stomach.
Yeah. And you run yourself down.
Yeah,
obviously,
of course.
by Performing.
We had a flight at 6:30 a.m. on the Monday, which is the first day of the challenge.
Wow.
So I went to the airport at 3:30, bought myself 3 donuts.
Which is just not you.
No, ham and egg baguette, 2 hot chocolates,
No way.
and what was the other thing? Ham and cheese croissant.
Of course. That was
So
it.
tried to get all that in before the flight. Didn't even get it in. It was just like, oh my god, this is heavy
Yeah.
because I'd just come off food poisoning. So I
I know.
wanted
Your,
to
sto-
throw
your
up.
stomach, you probably hadn't ate for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like, so your stomach's naturally shrinking.
You're nervous of eating
Mhm.
because you don't know where it's going to go.
No, yeah.
You're like, ah, yeah, I ate here, did I?"
the diary on the plane.
Yeah. So I ate as much of it as I could before the flight. Packed it all, rolled it all up, put it in my bag, carried it on the flight with me.
Yeah.
Ate the rest of it on the flight, and then I had my first check-in. And my first check-in, I was sitting at 7% body fat after the holiday.
Wow.
So I tested every week, and I matched the numbers. Remember I said it was all about numbers for me
Yeah,
right from
yeah,
the start. So I was eating, say, 14,000 calories more than my body needed every
Per
day
week?
for 7 days. Yeah. So that worked out at 14,000 calories. It was 2,000 more than I needed every day. Right.
Wow.
So I was able to
Yeah,
then
yeah.
go around. How much fat am I going to gain from that? Knowing there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, 4 pound of fat on it. Exactly to the T.
Yeah.
The amount of calories I was eating was directly related to the amount of fat I was gaining. Now that seems really simple to you and I, but remember I was doing this
Yeah,
to
yeah,
correct
yeah.
this
Yes,
guy's
yeah,
stupid
yeah, yeah.
report or claim of
Yeah.
7,000 calories and 1 pound of fat. He was talking shit. So I did it a second week, brought the calories up to 18,000, gained
And a
4.5 to
calorie.
5 pound of fat, brought it up to 20,000, gained 5.5 to 6 pound of fat.
Just as predicted. Bump,
Yeah.
bump, bump. Lovely jubbly.
But I also have to be very aware that I can't get into too much of a calorie debt because I've got to get it up for a photo shoot. So this was the fine line I was trying to draw. So for example, if I said to you, you can build up as much debt as you want, but you got to pay it off in 12 months.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I can see where you're going with this.
Right.
Lovely.
So if I go, look, you can go out and buy a car on your credit card, but you got to pay that off in the first year because there's interest accumulating on that
Yep.
credit card.
Yeah.
So if I go,
That's
there's
the situation you
yeah,
got
that's the
with
situation.
With this
So like, I don't have
experiment.
enough space for this. So so I went into my choice, £30 of fat gain.
Yeah.
£30.
Because you knew then predicting moving forward for your shoot
I have to get
back off again.
X amount off every week. I know that's achievable because I can take my calories right down to where I believe is achievable without dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Slowly down.
So I'm on 1,650 calories a day now, which I would never recommend.
What are you on now?
1,650. So four of those and I'm done.
But going from
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it's a lot. It's going from 5,500 average to 1,650.
Wow.
Never recommend that.
No.
It's not something I'm recommending to anybody.
Because that's but you
But the
obviously
time
have
constraints
your-
on.
Yeah.
The time constraints on, so I don't
Yeah.
have a choice but to go in really deep. First off, I had
And
to
that was
go
literally over 24 hours. So
Yeah. Monday I had 5,500 calories. Tuesday I had 1,617.
wow, how did that feel?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Not good. Starving.
Starving, that's what I was going to say. So back to what you were touching on earlier, where you're doing this experiment because you want to put yourself in the shoes of your clients.
Yes.
Because ultimately you get into the health fitness, game because you wanted to.
Yeah.
You sacrificed, alcohol and fast foods because you wanted to.
Yes.
It wasn't a challenge per se for you because
Yeah.
you wanted to. So you have that experience now when clients come to you.
Yep.
And they're telling you I'm fucking starving.
Yep.
You can actually really identify with them now.
Oh yeah.
Because you've got that that feeling.
I wanted to put myself in a position where I knew what they were feeling,
Yeah.
rather
You're
than
there.
rather
As
than
opposed to giving them the information. No, don't be eating that. Eat this.
Yeah.
Whereas to someone with your background, and the 20 years you've been in it,
Yep.
do you know what I mean?
I started training when I was 16 and 38, so 22 years.
Yeah. And so you probably would just say, well, stop eating that, eat that, and do that.
Yeah.
As simple as that. But
Yeah.
to someone coming from a complete fucking no background at all,
Yeah.
and you're saying, don't eat that, come here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's
a lot to take on.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a bit like you trying to walk in to teach me how to do your job,
Yeah.
and like there's so much more to your job than probably I would ever
And I would probably
realise.
say to you, just do that, put that there. And because to me, I'm doing it every day. It is just a matter of A, B, and C.
Of course.
But yeah, so that almost brings you back down to earth.
Yeah.
When you're it'd make you a better coach.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think
because then
it'll
I
make
can
it-
see it from everyone's perspective.
Everybody's perspective.
If somebody says they're hungry, I understand that, but this is why, this is what was changing,
Yeah.
this is how we do to counteract it. These are what's called food volume foods, so like changing rice for potatoes is going to fill your plate up more, you can get
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Things like that are going to make it a
So
little
I would
bit
say
more
it's been a long time since you've felt that sacrifice.
hungry.
Yeah.
Never. I used to compete in bodybuilding, so I have got real hunger pains from that diet. Yeah. But then, even before the diet started though, I would have been sitting at 10% and the diet down to 3-4%.
Body fat.
Yeah.
No
But
way.
that's
Extreme.
you only get hungry because you're trying to take your body to a level that's not healthy
Yeah.
and not
Yeah, you're
comfortable.
slowly down. You're putting your body into the slowly down
Yeah,
process.
you take your body into those kind of percentages, there's no benefits. Your heels are sore, your ass cheeks are sore. It's annoying to deal with people, your temperament's like this,
Yeah.
because you're tired and hungry all the time.
Your body's screaming out for you to listen to it.
Yeah, so I've been hungry before,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but I've never gone from such a terrible diet to such a tight diet in such a short space of time.
24 hours.
Yeah, because I was taking 300 to 350 grams of sugar a day. That was my average day.
And headaches.
huge.
Like what symptoms? What were you getting which are out of your norm?
The headache was the most annoying one because you had to deal with it all day. So
All day
behind
headaches?
the eyes, you know, in the temples, just permanently,
Constant.
just irritating. It was hard to get to sleep. That
Hard
was
to
annoying.
work. Because you're still working and training.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people assumed I was going to stop training to gain
I
fat.
know.
People can gain fat by training, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's a numbers game.
yeah.
You can go and train and burn 250 calories. But
And eat 6,000.
but you just fucking ate 6,000, so it's irrelevant.
So we talked about the ultra marathon runner.
Yes,
Eating
yeah.
a pizza.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
pizza's 2,000 calories. He's just burnt 6. He'll get away with it.
He'll get away with it.
Yeah.
Um,
You and I will not be able to eat a pizza on top of your normal food.
No.
And get away with that every
No.
day. No chance.
Definitely not. So we are moving forward.
Yep.
We've arguably done the hard part,
Yes.
and now it's getting down to.
I would say that's probably the easy part in terms of
I know.
harder mentally for me. 'cause
So
it's
for
complete
you
opposite of what I
personally,
used to
because
do.
that's the complete opposite, you know, of what you've been doing for 20 years. But now we're getting into your expertise.
Yeah.
So the next, is it, so it's all 6 weeks. Or
No,
is it-
I've got 12 weeks
yeah.
now.
So it's
It would be. I think a lot of people think it's going to take me about the same amount of time to get it on or get it off as it did to put it on. So let's look at the numbers for a second.
yeah.
If I've
It's going to
eaten
take longer to get it off.
way longer,
Yeah.
way longer. You know,
Because how the fuck can you burn 7,000 calories in one day?
no, it's
But you
impossible.
can- yeah.
But how am I? And even if I do that one day, how can I sustain that?
Yeah, because like running a marathon, you'll burn 2,500 to 3,000.
Yeah, so you burn roughly
So you need to
400
do two. You need to do 2 marathons to burn off
a
7,000
day.
a day. You would have to go Goggins. You need to get Goggins on the fucking front.
But even Goggins wouldn't do that every day.
No,
You know,
yeah.
so
That
it's-
just goes fits into comparison. You know, like two sausage sandwiches and a fucking yazoo. That
Yeah,
was 2,000 odd calories.
2,080. Like that, most people would need 2,200 to 2,800 calories a day to sustain weight.
Yeah.
So if that one means 2,080, you're fucked. You're starving the rest of the day.
Fucked.
You know, this is why food choices are important.
Super important. So I'm going to be watching your stories because this is going to be a real education. The next 12 weeks. This is where you're going to put your expertise on the fucking line.
Yep.
You're going to lose all this weight for a photo. You've done a photo shoot at the end.
Yep.
Is there a date for that?
11th of June, it's already
So,
done.
so the 11th of June.
Yeah.
So from today to the 11th of June.
Yeah.
Is you putting your expertise
Yep.
on the fucking line.
So 11th of June's 14 weeks, but I actually want to get it off in 12.
Yeah.
I want to
Just-
stay true to the word of saying 12 weeks to cut it
Yeah.
off.
Very good.
So I need to work damn hard to get that off in 12 weeks. It means I need to be in a 1,300 calorie deficit every day.
Yeah.
So that's like saying if you earn 2,800 quid a month,
Yeah.
1,300 quid of that's going to pay debt. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
that's like how do I
Yeah.
afford a house?
Come
a
have
car?
another metaphor, please.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? Right.
Wow.
So that's £1,300 a month of debt to pay off, and you only earn 2,800.
Yeah.
That's the hypothetical situation I'm
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So I've got so much debt to pay off in the next 12 weeks that I can't back off.
And what's your kind of, obviously you're going to do a lot of it with good food choices.
Yep.
But what's going to be your go-to? Are you going to do the bike? You're going to do running? You're going to do the,
No, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
No, I'm not
Just
gonna
weights.
Not going to do anything over and above what I normally do.
And that's what is your routine?
So I train 4 days a week of resistance training, and I go out and mountain bike once a week.
How many miles do you do on the bike?
Average is probably 10 to 12. It's mountain biking, so I'm riding downhills as hard as I can, trying not to crash.
So that would be like your hit classes. Just that.
Yeah, so
high tempo.
really explosive and then rest, and then explosive
Yeah.
and then rest. Yeah.
So it's not even as if you're going to be doing a lot of cardio.
No, not at all.
It's going to be mostly diet choices,
Mostly food.
and then
So I've got the choice though.
yeah.
So okay.
Yeah,
so
if you can't go on the bike for a half an hour.
So yeah, let me explain this in terms of work though and income, right?
Yeah.
So if I said to you, you earn 2,800 a month, you've got 1,300 in debt to pay every month. You've two choices. You can either just pay the 1,300 off every month and go grin and bear it,
Yeah.
or you can go right, okay, I'm gonna work overtime. Is there any overtime going? Right.
Very
The overtime, let's say you earn £20 an hour, right? You take that, you do 10 hours a week
Very
overtime,
good.
there's £200 a week, £800 a month. Now you're earning 3,600 and you've got 1,300 to pay.
Yeah.
So that would be the equivalent of me going, right, I'm gonna add cardio or steps in here
Yeah.
every day or every
Yeah.
other day, whatever the case may be, over time, to allow me to eat more food.
I love that.
So I can either eat 1,650 calories and do 8 to 10,000 steps a day, or I can eat 1,850 calories and burn another 200 calories a day.
Yeah.
of cardio.
Yeah. It's funny.
I've got choices.
Because everybody learns differently.
Yeah.
You explain it in like different metaphors or whatever. You know,
I like the monetary terms because everyone kind of understands money, right?
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
you have
yeah.
a lot of it or have very little
Yeah,
of it,
yeah, yeah.
we all have to budget. Can you afford that car? Is that Ferrari in my budget?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
million pound
Yeah.
house? You know?
See when you put it into overtime,
Yeah.
bang, my brain just went
Clicked.
clicked.
Overtime is the cardio.
Yeah, because no, I just that was a great example.
Yeah.
Because moving forward here,
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a bit of overtime.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you can look at the overtime as put money in the bank.
Yeah, I've got a question to ask you actually.
Go ahead.
Your gym, did it go 24/7?
Mhm.
Still?
We went 24/7 five months ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll take you up on that offer.
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy.
Right.
I'm not getting home. Like ours just tonight.
Yep.
God knows what time I'll be home.
Yep.
I still have work to do.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Plus,
Busy man.
I want to get my cardio in.
Yep.
I want to get a bit of weights in.
What are you training at the minute?
So I just joined Pure Gym.
Okay. Yeah.
Cause
24 hours.
yeah, but I would be a member of the Blurmain and ours.
Yes.
Good gym, but it's all wasted on me. I just go fucking in, go onto the bike.
Yeah.
I like numbers game.
Yeah.
My burn. I like you called it the burn as well.
Yeah.
Or not as well. I learned it from you.
Yeah.
Watching one of your videos because I didn't know what it was, but I knew that if I was calorie counting during the day,
Yeah.
and I knew where I needed to get to, I would just go around to the gym and my burn. I was
Yeah.
right now I'm going to burn 250 calories here.
Yeah.
But I never had a name for it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I call it the burn.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, but on a normal day, I can maybe get around there for 8:45.
Yeah.
You're fucking out at half. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I mean, there's a centre.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then obviously.
We don't fuck anyone out. It's permanent.
I know.
You stay whatever time you want.
So that's when obviously the likes of Pure Gym and stuff does become a benefit, like the 24-hour thing.
I think it's a bit, with everyone being so busy now, no, I don't think anyone I know, nobody I coach has an easy life.
No.
They're all working their balls off, you know.
Flat out, man.
You know, so they're working all the hours that they need to work to build their businesses.
Yeah.
And when they get the opportunity, they train.
They train.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
If the gym closes at 9, most of them won't train.
yeah, and it's frustrating because you wake up the next day and you're what's the opposite of overtime? Do you know what I mean?
So you mean like burning less calories?
Burning less.
Oh yeah,
Cause
you called in sick and you got sick pay.
Yeah, you're in sick pay. So
Yeah.
so if I didn't, so say I didn't get to go last night and do my cardio
Yeah.
at like midnight.
Yeah.
I'm waking up the next day and I have 2 cardios to fit in.
Okay.
Do you know that kind of
Yeah,
argument?
you can also go down the line of just reducing the calories the next day
And
because
then-
you're not moving enough.
Yeah, but
balance the numbers out.
because I'm say so busy,
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking have to stop and think and calculate. And I just want to get my fucking burn on.
Yeah.
And put that day to rest.
It's
and repeat.
It's good for your mental state as well because once you've ticked that off, you're like,
You start sort of
right, that's done.
decompress,
Yeah.
done, and then I can repeat the process.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do today. If I don't get that done, I don't. How am I going to figure this out today? And then before you know it, you've lost an hour, and you're behind, and you're frustrated, and you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I just want to go and get that done.
Yeah.
You know.
Try not to put too much pressure on yourself that way. I look at things over a 7-day period.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
As
So,
opposed to a 24-hour.
Yeah, you look at it the 24 hours, you're beating yourself up on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm the best at this.
You know, so
I'm
it's
the best
terrible
at
for
that
you.
shit. You
So
know.
what I would do is, right, okay, let's say you're 2 weeks into the month and you haven't had a chance to do any overtime yet.
Yes.
Like, right, okay, well, I'm going to have to do twice the amount of overtime over the next 2 weeks than I would have done the first 2 weeks, just to balance the month out. Because ultimately your body doesn't recognise whether you've had a good day or a bad day. It looks at your average,
I know.
your total.
I know.
Same way you get paid, like we don't get paid monthly, right? Well,
Yeah.
most of us do. Entrepreneurs, I guess.
Yeah.
So we just get paid every day, or
Yep.
sometimes not at all. But generally, you're looking at a monthly salary from most people. They have to spend that over the month.
Mm-hmm.
If they spend more than that over the month, they go into debt.
Yep.
If they spend less than that over the month, they have savings.
Yes.
Right. So we need to spend, if we want to burn fat, less than we earn every month.
Yeah.
It's as simple as
I
that.
need savings.
We need savings, because savings are chipping away at debt.
And then, you know, my mood would be associated to debt or savings.
Okay.
So if I don't get to get my burn on,
Yeah.
my mood is affected then.
Yep.
You know, I think that's
Do
ultimately.
you do that every day?
I'll the next 5 weeks.
Yeah. But after that, normal circumstances.
After back to sausage rolls. It's back to being happy.
Is that your alternative to sausage rolls at the minute?
Well, yeah, I'll do porridge and then
Yeah.
I'll do my fruits. I'll do fruit smoothies.
How much protein do you eat every day?
It's
Don't
not.
know.
It's not calculated.
Okay.
I just try and get. I just try and get maximum.
Okay.
I'll try and I know there's a scientific number I should be aiming for, but I'll just try. I'm gonna try and max out my fucking protein.
Yeah.
I mean, like your wee little yogurts.
Yeah.
That was a great tip.
Yep.
So I'll get them.
Yep.
I'm literally trying to inject as much protein into every fucking snack.
Yep.
Um,
Do you know the best way to do it? Honestly, first thing in the morning.
yeah.
Get a big protein hit first thing in the morning. What time do you start work at?
So 9:30.
Yeah. So you've got time in the morning.
Oh yeah. No, I've got time. Like I've got
Bacon
time.
and
Don't
eggs.
listen to me. Like
Bacon and eggs.
bacon and eggs.
Bacon and
Cut the
eggs.
fat off the.
Yeah, you can go bacon medallions as well, a bit leaner. But
Yeah.
bacon and eggs is giving you a really, really rich source of protein.
Interesting.
Plus, it's satisfying.
you
it's
do get
tasty,
that. Yeah.
it's
You don't
salty.
feel like it's a chore as such.
Not at all.
But it's all wee tips like that, mate. Because I'm fucking so strict on myself,
Mhm.
and I'm getting pissed off with myself.
Yeah.
Because
You beat yourself up because you're going the wrong way.
going the wrong way,
You know what I mean?
and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm just fucking, I'm too hard on myself.
That causes stress. Increases
And pressure.
food retention. Yeah.
All that jazz.
Just kind of weigh yourself on the scale like, fuck.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to.
Dennis says I can eat fucking eggs and bacon.
You absolutely can. I mean, eggs, like, what did I have this morning? So I had 5 eggs and only 3 yolks. So I had two
And an
yolks.
omelette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had half-assed omelette. It was more like scrambled eggs. I had that with 2 turkey
Big
rashers.
skill to it, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Even putting it on the plate and folding it over
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
That's
Impressive if you can do it. Okay.
It's a skill.
So I had eggs and turkey rashers this morning.
Yes.
So there's only 27 grams or 27 calories in the turkey rashers. So that meal was about 350 calories. But I was satisfied for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, loads of protein.
Whereas that, you drink that on the way to work, you're starving about 2 hours later, an hour later.
Not even, mate. That's why deep down I wanted to ask you.
More calories and
Because
less protein in that.
Mm-hmm.
And probably way
And
more
I-
expensive.
Yeah. Well, there's 350 a pop. I'm doing fucking 4 day.
What?
Easy, mate. Easy. I'll grab one in the morning on the way to my first job. Well, till the journey of my second job, another one.
In theory, you buy 3 or 4 of them a day.
Oh yeah.
So you're taking in 1,600 calories worth of protein drinks a day. Where's the food?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Now, Tammy, my missus is fucking great cook. Like,
Yeah.
we'll go home, we'll have a nice dinner there.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm back out again.
Yeah.
They're my go-tos because
Yeah.
I'm in a rush.
Yep.
I don't have great options around me.
Yep.
You know, fucking delis in the garage.
Of course.
All this fucking shit, chippies, fucking.
Do you know what I use? Food prep companies.
Yeah,
Delivered to your front door. Specifically, or they are perfect for people that are busy.
I know.
So then I get my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner all sent to my door. Clean cut cuisine.
Yeah, was that yours?
I used to own it, I sold it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
me and my business partner.
Yeah.
Sold.
And is it within Elysium?
It is, yeah.
Because I've seen them in your videos.
Yep.
And I didn't know. I don't know fucking. What's that?
They're great. They're not.
Is it
overly
still there?
expensive. Yeah.
And can you go in as a takeaway or you
No,
order
you
them in bulk?
order on the page. It's delivered to your door.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Like they can send omelets to your house every morning.
Stop it.
Yeah, you're just like, okay. Don't even have to cook this, it cost me £4. That's costing you £3.50 and there's nothing in it.
I know, and it's just because of lack of knowledge, lack of know-how.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
seems like the best go-to because people know that protein shakes are good, right?
Yeah.
But they're not giving you proper nutrition, even if they tell you this.
They're not, and do you know how I know? Do you ever eat like a Big Mac meal
Yes, I have you.
and you're fucking hungry 5 minutes later?
Yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah.
You wallop that into you, and you're like, I might as well throw it down the sink. I still feel hungry.
Yes.
So that's how I knew, and that's how, against my better judgment, I was like, I have to ask Daniel. Because I know he's going to say it, but I don't want to do it.
I know.
But
Most people in general know what's good and bad, and they know
know.
what's an appetizing tool. They'll go, oh, apparently these are really good, and they'll go, flip, that's really shit because I'm still starving.
And then it's like, when was the last time I felt like this? When I had that fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, it doesn't satisfy you.
It doesn't, it doesn't. So, you're going to put your expertise on the line over the next 12 weeks.
Yep.
And then the photo shoot. What, are you going anywhere nice for the photo shoot?
Ibiza.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So it's just a scenic shoot.
Yeah.
I did it last year.
Yeah, I actually did follow that. I did.
It's interesting. Rather than start it in a studio, but my business depends on me being in shape.
Absolutely.
I can't sell someone the dream of getting them in shape if I'm sitting here completely out of shape all the time. Right now,
I'm sitting eating sausage rolls with me and drinking fucking beer. It's not a good look for someone in your game.
Big believer in practicing what you preach. Right, so you are a professional cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
If I went to your house and it was stinking, would you expect me to pay you to clean? If you're not clean yourself, I'm not going to pay you to clean.
100%.
So that's the way I believe it works.
Yeah.
Same as going to a financial advisor that hasn't got fucking 5p in his bank account. Like, why the fuck would I pay you?
Take advice off him? No.
Understanding how your body works is important. I have to reflect that.
Yeah.
And by me doing this Fit to Fat challenge, I want to show people that I am not some superior human being for being in shape. I just understand the numbers, how the food works.
The numbers, the nutrition and the numbers, and ultimately the commitment to it. It's a big commitment.
It's a commitment that doesn't actually have to take up an awful lot of your time.
No.
I'm trained 4 science. I could get away with 3 times a week, 45 minutes weight training, no recovery with it.
1 hour, 2 hour,
45 minutes.
3 times a week.
All you're going into the gym to do is break down tissue and then repair it.
And would that be like the Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of strategy where you get the pump? So you get the pump on?
Yeah.
Or do you have to like...
No, so pump is just literally just getting blood flowing through the muscles. Yes. That's a good feeling, of course it is.
Yes.
It increases rate of recovery when there's more blood flowing through the muscles. However, the main priority in there is to break down tissue.
So as long as you're breaking down tissue, then your body's nutritional proteins will repair that.
What's called adaptation.
Adaptation, and that's where the physique then comes on.
Think about how the brain works when you go to school. If you were taught 1 plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know this is a P1, right?
Yeah.
If they're still teaching you 1 plus 1 in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th year, useless.
Yeah.
You need to develop those skills over time and get better at something. Test your body.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that.
And I love that because I'm a great believer that if there was like a scientific kind of formula for happiness, progress has to be in the argument.
Progress and purpose.
Progress and purpose.
If you don't have a purpose in this life,
you're
it's
not going to be
stressful.
happy.
No, what do you wake up for every day?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Focus, you know.
And then that progress towards your focused purpose is where I believe happiness lies in there somewhere.
Well, we talked about this just before this podcast started. You have to be having dreams about trying to achieve a little bit more.
At least
every
try.
week, month, year, whatever the case may be. Doing something that's going to
have a go. Get in the arena.
Yeah. Don't believe in just going toddling through life.
Toddling through. There was a good quote I read the other day, and it was fucking brilliant. Like, there's something along the lines of, at least get in the arena.
Yeah.
Fall, feel fast, but you have to feel that. Because there's some men out there that live a life of quiet desperation because they don't even have a go.
Yeah.
Feel fast, learn, fall 7 times, get a bait, but at least you can wake up one day and say, I fucking tried.
Your surroundings have to be right.
everything. There's so many components have to be right. The right partner, the right environment,
Yep.
the right.
But if you're surrounded by naysayers, if you're surrounded by your friends going, no, don't do that, just get a job.
I know. Well, basically, that's the kind of ultimate purpose as to why I created, this platform to have a chat, podcasting, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call this.
Yep.
Because once upon a time, I grew up in an environment where being an entrepreneur wasn't even talked about, never mind encouraged, never mind even humoured. It was just fucking told no. So my kind of natural kind of like who I am, let's say, squashed. It was get a job. Don't be stupid.
And they're not doing it out of malice.
No.
Generally, they're doing it because they want to protect you as their son or their friend. But it's so backwards.
Yeah.
Because they're basically going, here, go to jail.
Stay in your lane. Go live a desperate fucking life of desperation.
Stay in your lane and do nothing.
So that's where I used to sneak off and go to the library. And read books on business and business psychology.
What was your first book?
Well, it would have been along the lines of, it was actually my first tape, which led on to my first
like
books.
audio books sort of thing?
Well, back then, I'm talking 1999. So back then it would have been like cassettes.
Okay, very good.
So it was basically, Jim Rohn.
I know the name.
Jim, motivational speaker from American, ROHN, Jim Rohn.
I pronounced it wrong, that's where I think
ROHN, but it's just that American accent. So I used to have a wee mobile car valeting service.
Very good.
And I always wanted to do it. Long story,
You've been obsessed with cleanliness your whole life.
I know. So I don't know where it came from. I find it so satisfying. There's real fucking job satisfaction.
Do you like to go to really as much as they're disgusting, really dirty jobs?
Because they're the most satisfying.
I'm looking forward to finishing this.
Because I can see the end result before I start. And I know the process and how rewarding it is, and suppose it's like the customers giving you a pat on the back too,
Of course.
because they're like, wow,
Was that colour?
So basically, my first book that I sneaked off to the library to try and source, because it was Jim Rohn, his tapes, which was in the back seat of a customer's car whenever I was cleaning the car. I brought it into him. He was cleaned at his house. I brought it into him, and he was a businessman. And he says, take them home with you and have a listen, sure.
Oh, very good.
So I took them home and I did have a listen. And
a little bit of an inspiration there, though.
Absolutely. And I was fucking hooked, mate. It resonated with me. And this is 22 years ago or something, mate. And all I did was fucking drink all weekend, party. I didn't give a shit.
So at that point, you had no interest in trying to.
No. There was no real ambition there.
Just until you found these tapes.
And what he was talking about on the tapes totally, I don't know, it just fucking resonated with me. And I knew then that I just knew I needed to find out more about this stuff because I got it. And then it was The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. So he says, get yourself 2 books. One of them was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and the other one was The Richest Man in Babylon. So I went to the library. Banter library didn't have The Richest Man in Babylon, so I had to go over to Donny D on a Saturday. Got it, read it in about half an hour.
Half an hour for
It's a wee small book.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant to speed reading this.
No, and I can't read. Hence why I'm addicted to Audible now. But yeah, if it was
half the world is though, they give you driving or anything.
Driving, and you can not fast forward, but you can speed it up. So you can do these classics. So that was that, and then it was just like every fucking book I could get my hands on. But they were the 2 that I sneaked off, and then I was fucking, what do you call it, renting or hiring books out from the library? What did you call it back then? When you kind of
hiring?
Was it hiring? Yeah, years ago. I know. And then I used to I had about 5 fucking books, whatever you were allowed to hire out. And I literally had
3 at a time or something.
But I had to literally hide them under my bed, because Mum and Dad would have been like, "What the fuck's fuck's this weirdo at? Like, our son's off the fucking, you know, it wasn't fitting, let's say. You know, my family were doing fucking, my brother was in jail for fuck's sake.
Okay.
just to paint the picture.
Slightly
And there's me.
now or back then?
Oh, back then.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But yeah, it was just, it wasn't fitting.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't meant to be sneaking off to the library, carrying out books on
It's
business
served you well.
psychology. Absolutely, mate. And as I say, back then, I don't even think Nokia 3210s were out, right? There was no real source.
I think it was a better time. There was less distraction.
Yeah, there's big arguments for that. But ultimately, the motivation for this podcast is that maybe if you're having something like this for a guy like me back then, it would have been truly appreciated.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's people out there now where it's not really encouraged to be an entrepreneur, maybe they'll tap into this podcast or YouTube channel and they'll hear us having a conversation about it and it to be normalised, I suppose. But with the same token, if you want to be a swimmer or a fucking, you know, footballer, you know,
The world needs that.
the world
It
needs,
does need everybody in every aspect.
to be normalised.
Yeah.
Because see, when the naysayers, you know, people, you know, like in your industry, you know, great encouragers. You know, we need to really fucking bat for ourselves, like, because there's so many naysayers out there. There's so many haters out there that are more than happy to beat you down.
Yeah.
So the more kind of platforms like this, where it's fucking normalised to support and encourage each other. I'll do my little bit, you know, for that to be a thing, because I didn't have it back in 1999 or whatever. So so that was kind of my wee secret kind of purpose for struggling through trying to achieve something here.
Yeah, that's good. But
You know.
I was the same as yourself. Grew up around all my friends just telling me to get a job.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Maybe it was a problem. It was my fault, probably, because I don't really like authority.
I know, it's a personality type, like.
I don't really like someone telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I want to develop my own skills and
Absolutely.
use them to.
Of course. And then where were your kind of inspirations? Where were your platforms? Did you go to college? Did you go to uni? Who was your mentors? You know, where did you draw your founding knowledge from?
I don't think I had any mentors. I got really into training.
Yeah.
I loved it. Competed in it.
Yeah.
Competed in my first bodybuilding.
Did you have your own PT?
No.
So
I trained along with a group of older guys at the time, so I was 19, 20,
Yeah.
and I was obsessed with athletics. I actually got into it because I smashed my knee mountain biking. I shattered the car.
And you're still mountain biking?
Still mountain biking, still stupid. Yeah, it's the adrenaline
Yeah,
rush you get.
I know.
But shattered my kneecap, and then the doctor said, look, you're going to need to go to the gym to build the muscles up around the knee. So I started doing a bit of research on how to do that. Got hooked on the gym.
Of course.
Absolutely hooked. Then just, for me, it's a release, as well as being like, okay, I'm challenging myself. It ticks a box every single day.
So it's that decompression again, like, you know, it's I always use that word because it explains it for me, like. I put so much pressure on myself, life puts pressure on you, blah blah blah. And finding those little windows where you can decompress, like, are for me non-negotiable. And we got that from the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the body, the human body, is not designed to sit still.
No.
You know, we are designed to move,
To fight, to
fight,
fucking, to hunt.
survive.
Yeah.
You know, we don't survive sitting on a sofa watching Netflix. I'm not saying don't sit on a sofa
No,
watching Netflix,
no.
but don't make that the majority of your day.
Your day.
You know, I couldn't sit and watch 10 box sets in a row. I would just bore the fucking shit
Fuck me,
out of me.
I
I was going to say tips, but held back.
Yeah. It's, no, I just love having a fucking real conversation. Obviously when I'm out with customers and stuff, until I gauge them, you know, I'm never going to swear and stuff.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't swear that much. but sometimes it's the only way to fucking explain it.
No, I agree. There is a time and a place for it.
There is a time and a place, especially in like Northern Irish culture, where how many kind of positive, negative, neutral sentences can you put the word shit into? Like the word fuck into.
The word fuck works both directions.
It works omnidirectional.
Amazing. You're a fucking cunt.
Yeah, I fucking love you. You know what I mean? Yeah, growing up in Northern Ireland too, I've been called a wee bastard. It's almost it's endearing. You know, it's just weird. It's just weird. Swearing, is a bit weird, like. But yeah, a time and a place.
Yeah.
So, moving forward.
Yeah.
Big goals.
Business.
Yep. We've got the health suite.
Yeah. First and foremost is getting that health suite built.
Talk about that, because it's literally getting built.
Yeah. Builders are in today doing the first fix for the plumbing. So the idea, I'm a big fitness guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, so recovery is a massive part of fitness.
Yep.
Mental health is massive now.
Absolutely.
And the benefits of like hot and cold treatment is not only beneficial for the body but for the mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was traveling. The reason I suggested to my business partner Gary, and he said no, let's do it. So we work quite well together that way. So I was traveling all over the country to get an infrared sauna.
Yeah.
Or a plunge pool.
Yeah.
And I'm driving a relatively high performance car.
You can go from here to Ballymena in what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, but I'll suck 50 quid of fuel in the way. So I was travelling. I was going to Finicky a couple of times. There was a place in Belfast I went to, but it was costing me 10-15 quid to get in, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? But it was also costing me 10-15 quid
to get there
for fuel, which is also okay. 20-30 quid. It's also taking 2.5 hours out of the day.
Which is more important. Which is
way more important.
Yeah.
The 30 quid, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But your productive hours are
productive. But if I'm taking 2.5 to 3 hours out of my day, I'm losing money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, okay, I'm just trained, and then I want to go up to the health suite. So I'm going to travel an hour up the road, pay in, get back. By the time I get back, it's rush hour traffic. And you go, oh my god, this is mind-numbing. And all I've got is 20 minutes of relief, and I've got an hour and a half of stress.
I know.
So it's almost
counterproductive, because you're doing that to de-stress,
yes,
causing stress.
So the health suite, what's going to be in the health suite? There'll be an infrared sauna.
Yeah.
There'll be a traditional sauna, electric. So that goes up to 200 degrees if you wanted to. Wow. It's incredible. There's 2 temperature controlled ice baths. So there's a motor attached to them rather than just water. And
Guessing it, guesstimating.
Yeah.
Whereas that's gonna.
They're completely different than when you would buy like a Lumi ice bath and put it in your back garden. You can't compare them.
No.
But anyway, 2 of those, and we're also putting a jacuzzi in. I was visiting the jacuzzi shop today to get some dimensions and fit it in.
And is this part of your membership, or is this an extra fee?
So we've built it as a completely separate.
For example, currently I'm not a member, but I will be because I need the 24-hour thing.
Yeah.
Is it a separate fee then?
Separate fee.
So it's a complete separate animal,
completely
or
separate
you
business.
Can do like a both membership package, you think?
No, but because of
completely separate animal.
Tax and VAT, you're better off the so we want to keep it completely separate and have a business inside a business.
And how much is the membership going to be for it?
For Health Suite, it'll be 25 if you're a member of Elysium.
Yep.
And it'll be 30 if you're not a member of Elysium a month. And you can get unlimited access for that.
Wow.
To put it into perspective, now we're saving on rental rates because obviously we're inside another premises which we already pay rent rates for. There's a place in Belfast which is incredible, and I'll not mention any names. You get 5 sessions for 65.
Well, I was just about to say, so say 30 quid, unlimited access, a month. The last one I was at, I think it was 15 quid
a go.
One go.
Yeah. Well, I paid into the Arts Leisure Centre, which is a great place.
Yeah.
The Health Suite, and it was £17.50 for one go. And it's like 20 minutes up the road, 20 minutes back. I'm like, this is taking an hour and a half to 2 hours out of my day. It's costing me £17.50. I go. I was like, I don't want to join because I don't actually want to drive up and down there needing hours.
Yeah, so from a business model, you know.
And they don't have infrared saunas or ice baths. No. They have a plunge pool, which is completely different than an ice bath.
Yeah, which isn't plumbed.
No.
So say 10 people get into it before you, that's affecting the temperature.
Yes.
You know, but when's the completion date?
So we're hoping to be open in 5 weeks, maybe 6.
Wow.
Depends on delivery of the saunas and jacuzzis.
Absolutely.
But we should have all the walls built internally by Saturday, and then it's just a case of self-leveling the floor, putting the vinyl floor down, and then tiling all the showers. There's 3 shower cubicles. And there's an open shower, like a rinse-off area.
Yeah.
You know, you come out of the sauna, you're sweating, rinse off, jump into the plunge.
Very good.
Just to keep it
Exciting
alive.
times.
Yeah,
Really exciting times.
I'm actually, I genuinely built it for a selfish reason. I want to fucking have it.
but that's a great insight into what other people want.
Yeah.
If you truly want it,
Yeah.
and you're in that industry, well then that's a great marker for what other people want.
Yeah. Which is strange, it's good, but the minute I posted that on social media, I kid you not, there was about 30 people messaging me saying, when's this opening?
Yeah, it blew you up.
And I'm walking through the gym and all the members are going, what's this build? I've heard is it, okay. Yeah, they're happy to pay it.
More than that,
You know, because like, what's 30 quid if you're driving up to Belfast or driving over the yards? There's 5 or 6 of our members currently training in our gym because they like the gym.
Yes.
And then they're driving over the yards after the train to try and get into the health suite. And they're like, by the time they've got the yards, they've kind of lost their mojo, but they go in anyway. They pay 30 quid a month.
See that whole getting dressed again, to get undressed, to get, it's a bollocks.
I know.
Because you end up, I guarantee you, they just drive on home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have full intentions.
Yes.
Done my gym thing. I want to do my recovery thing now.
Yep.
You drive home. You have to go and get undressed again.
You lose the mojo.
The mojo's gone.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Though I think it's going to be an absolute flyer.
I hope so. It's not even for financial purpose. I genuinely just built it because I wanted a health suite. You know, and Banter does not have one.
It doesn't have the infrared stuff. It doesn't. No, definitely not.
I think there's an infrared sauna on Grays Hill.
Oh, is
I
it?
think it's in like a yoga studio of some sort, but the environment's not there. You know.
No, you're not going to the gym, getting fucking dressed,
Yeah.
shooting down to.
But just
Grays Hill.
infrared sauna. Just infrared, so you go in like there's just the sauna and you're in a wee like I'm not putting anyone else down, of course, but
absolutely not.
I would feel
horses for courses.
Yeah, of course.
That's perfect.
Might be perfect for
for their
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah.
But
For me, I want to go to the gym, want to jump into the plunge pool, want to get into a sauna and relax a little bit after training, release the tension in the muscles.
yeah. Recovery.
Or even stress you've gone through, you know.
Decompress.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the only thing we're nervous about is these bloody electric bills. I think there are 8 kilowatt heaters in the 2 saunas. So 8 6 kilowatt motors in the ice baths.
Is it going to be 24 hours like the gym?
No.
So
I think you know why it wouldn't be 24 hours in a sauna.
Yeah.
I think we have to. We'll not even talk about it.
We'll leave that for part 2.
Yeah. I used to work in fitness fairs years ago, and there was quite a few goings on.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's fucking super, super exciting. But
I've got all the gym equipment coming as well. I've ordered lots of equipment, and it should be here on the 20th. 20th of this month. It arrives in Dublin, so is it full shipping?
Where's it coming from?
Asia.
Asia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all being shipped over in a container. There's loads of kit. I've got 2 deliveries. One's coming in 2 months. One's coming this month.
And that's more gym equipment as in
we're replacing the whole gym.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, all brand new kit.
Why?
I think you have
Is
to.
it wear and tear, or just
the equipment's
keep
great.
it interesting for the members?
Again, probably slightly selfish on my part.
You wanted something to get.
Because I love training. Right?
Yeah,
it's a big part of my life. I have other things outside that, you know, but cars and stuff like that. The majority of my life has been built around exercise.
Yeah.
So if I can put a little bit back and enjoy my own training a little bit more, help the other members and clients enjoy their training.
It's kind of the same, you know, just from someone on the sidelines looking in.
Yeah.
I always used to wonder why bars got refits.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I spent 200 grand doing that.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know, it's because obviously behind the scenes members, or not members, but punters are not coming in anymore or something. I don't know.
Well, I suppose there's 2 or 3 different reasons for it. One could be a massive tax write-off to try and reduce the amount of tax they have to pay.
So you might as well bang it into your.
Why would you not though?
Yeah.
Why would you not? As a business owner, you're going, hold on a second, I either hand the tax man all this money, or I put it straight back into the business and reduce my profits. Yeah.
No, I get that.
But probably a lot of people like change or like refreshing things as well,
and
as well as the company owners.
And the same token, some people hate change.
Yes.
I'm sure you come across that a lot in your game.
Yeah.
They want to lose the weight, but they don't want to change anything. Do you know? Yeah, good luck with that.
It's like I want to make £1 million, but I'm not willing to get off the sofa.
It's like if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you want different results, you got to do something different. Like, and I suppose
what was the certain very interesting quote about the definition of stupidity?
Yeah. Stupidity or insanity?
Well, I think is it stupidity or it might be insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expect a different
result. Yeah.
No, that's not the way it works. If you've had shit and you haven't lost weight and you continue to eat shit, you're not going to lose weight.
I know, but it's the same. Stop looking for shortcuts.
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
People don't want to accept it.
They don't, and then
they go to the shop and buy fuel and want a little weight loss.
Show me the man. Show me the man.
No, but that's true though, because we're all looking for this. Oh, is there a pill for this? No.
It's wired into you.
Making lifestyle choices will fix it.
Looking for the shortcut, and whether we like it or not, there is no shortcuts.
Do you know what I think it comes down to? And it's human nature. Instant gratification. Why do you order a Big Mac?
Because you get it straight away.
You know, you don't get that from eating a bowl of chicken and rice. You know,
no.
Unless like you make it delicious. You can make good, healthy food taste
really
good.
Yeah. It's like Thai food and you know, arguably Indian food and stuff. You can kind of get away with it. You're never getting away with Chinese. You know.
Well, yeah, but even Indians, like if we sit down and break down the calories in a chicken korma, they've added cream to it. straight away you're going, that sauce is 250 calories, the chicken's 300-400, the rice, the oil they cook the chicken in, flipping heck, so
you're ruining it. Just call it what it is. Like it's another layer of denial. But I have chicken korma.
Yeah, but I'm not saying in any way, shape or form people should stop eating chicken kormas. No. But understanding the calories in that meal is going to allow you to make a better informed decision. Yeah. If you went into a car showroom and nothing had a price on it, and you went, I've got my bank card here. You know, what's that? That Ferrari looks beautiful. Here, I'll buy that. And they go, no.
No, you won't.
Insufficient funds, mate.
Yeah.
You know? And you go, oh fuck. The realization that you can't afford that is there. But if we look at that in terms of calories, if you only get away with 2,800 calories a day and you go, oh fuck, give me a Chinese, 3,000 calories. If we got an insufficient funds,
you're like,
oh fuck, I can't do it.
Yeah, but it's a great
way I look at it.
It is a great way.
I don't have the room for that.
Yeah.
And if I do, so here's how I'll make separation and allow for things like that.
Yes.
So if I want to go for an Indian with my friends or with my partner, I'll overeat on that day.
Okay.
And bank either prior or post.
Yeah, because that's looking at it in a weekly or monthly thing, which I need to learn to do, because I look at it in a daily thing.
Don't do the daily
fucked up today, and then my mood's affected, and then I'm overwhelmed the next day trying to correct it instantly.
Can't correct.
Whereas
if you've gone over by 1,000, you go for a chicken korma, you're right tonight. Yeah. Right? After this is finished, you're like, you know what? Daniel had a discussion, mate. I fucking want an Indian.
Like sausage rolls. Don't be the sausage roll into the korma.
Double edged sword. So you go and have an Indian tonight, right? You've had let's say I've had 1,500 calories so far. You go and have an Indian, it's another 1,500, and you're only allowed 2. Yeah. Right? So you've gone over by 1,000 calories today. You would beat yourself up in terms of the numbers. Go, fuck me, I had 1,000 calories more than I was supposed to. Yeah. What I would do is, right, okay, let's cut 150 calories off for the next 7 days.
Yeah.
Fixed.
Yeah. No, it's
go to 1850.
That's what smart people do.
It's just numbers. We overanalyze too much.
And I suppose we're emotional beings, aren't we? You know, see if you can learn to breathe and we'll knock 100 off over the next 10 days, as opposed to
problem solved.
Yeah, as opposed to what I would do, I would try and take the fucking 1,000 off that day. Yep. You know, it's just those wee shifts.
It's like let's put it in monetary terms. Yeah. You have a credit card. You've got money in the bank, but you've got a credit card as well, right? Yeah. And you go buy something at 1,000 quid on your credit card. Yes. It's like that panic of paying the credit card off within 30 seconds of buying it. You're like, fuck off. It's 0% interest. Yeah. Pay it off over the next 10 weeks, you'll be fine. Yeah. There's no interest accrued. You haven't cost yourself any money. You bought it interest free. Yeah. But where's the downside?
I know.
Rather than going, oh, throw that 1,000 quid straight at it. Hold on a second.
He just paid off now.
Then your bank goes to a point where it's like, oh, we're low in funds here, and you start to panic about that as well.
I
Fucking
know.
hell, chill
And
out.
then you're spiraling out of control.
Yeah, you can make rash decisions on food, and it will just wreck you. If you just look at it as a whole,
Yes.
and go look at your annual salary and say, I only spent 500 quid. If I look at it on a daily salary, I'm fucked. If I look at it on an annual, fine.
Right. I know.
No problem.
It's about having those wee, you see, genuine conversations with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, like, once upon a time I had to learn to stop, like, at negative talk.
Okay.
And start to,
We all have that though.
Yeah.
It's just being able to push that up.
and tweaking it into more encouraging kind of talk. But that comes with education too.
Yep.
And even being aware of those concepts. We do talk to ourselves like you're not mad.
No.
We pep talks or whatever you want to call them, but
You start to question whether this is right or wrong, or should you be doing this, should you be doing that? Yeah, of course we all have that.
Yeah. But that's something that it's encouraging to hear that we all need to work on that, and it's okay.
Yep.
We are coming to a close, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
But when's the photo shoot?
11th of June.
And that's 12 weeks away roughly?
14, but 12 to
you
come.
wanna do
I
the
don't want to be. Do you know what you did before the fight?
What?
And panicking.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're giving yourself that space.
Buffer. There's a buffer there. If I'm not in shape in 12, I'll definitely be there by 14, but I won't be there by 12.
Yeah. That's another good tip. So, absolute pleasure.
Yes, thank you very much for having me.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good. You too.
If I didn't have a few more bits and bobs of work to do, we could have finished that other beer. But no, thank you.
No, thank
we
you.
will touch base again.
Yep. At the end of the 12 weeks.
At the end of the 12 weeks. And I just want to ask everybody at home to follow Daniel over the next 12 plus weeks.
Yep.
Because this is where his expertise is really going to shine. And if you want to learn how to lose weight, you're never going to get an education like this. So plug in, watch, and learn.
Thank you very much.
Okay, everybody.
Thank you very much for having me on.
You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome.